Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday English, your go-to YouTube channel for learning English in a fun and effective way. My name is Peter, and I'm here to help you improve your English skills through storytelling, shadowing, and practical tips that you can use every day. Today, I want to talk about something really important: how to learn English the right way. It can be an exciting and enjoyable journey if you follow some simple steps. Let's dive in. First, let me share a story. When I was young, I didn't know English and I felt scared. But then I started listening to stories in English every day. Slowly, I understood more, and my fear went away. Listening is very important. When you listen, you learn new words and how to say them. So listen to English every day. Stories, songs, or news. It really helps. Next, practice is key. They say practice makes perfect. I practiced every day, even if I made mistakes. Mistakes are okay. They help you learn. So don't be afraid. Speak English every day. Reading is also a great way to learn. Start with simple books, especially ones with pictures. They help you understand the story. The more you read, the better your English will become. Writing is important too. Start by writing small things, like about your day or family. The more you write, the better you get. I used to write in a small notebook every day, and it helped me a lot. Another tip is to watch English videos. You can watch cartoons, movies, or shows. You'll learn how to speak and hear new words. I learned a lot from a cartoon about a dog talking to people. Talking to others is also a great way to learn. Find friends who speak English or practice online. I had a friend who helped me. We talked every day, and I learned a lot. Be patient. Learning a new language takes time. Don't give up. Every small step counts. I remember feeling frustrated, but I kept going and got better. Use a dictionary to help you with new words. Look up words you don't know and try to use them in sentences. I carried a small dictionary with me all the time. You can also play games in English. Games are fun, and they help you learn without feeling like you're studying. I used to play word games with my friends, and I learned many new words. Try thinking in English. At first, it might be hard, but it helps a lot. Start thinking in English every day, and you'll improve. Finally, set goals for yourself. Goals keep you focused. Start with small goals, and as you achieve them, you'll feel proud. Keep practicing, and remember, little by little, you will improve. Chapter 2. Hello again. In this chapter, we will talk about how to speak English better. Speaking is very important when you are learning a language. The more you speak, the easier it will become. Let's go through some easy steps to help you speak English confidently. First, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes when learning. Everyone makes them, even native speakers. Mistakes are part of learning, so don't let them stop you. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something new. So speak English every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. One good way to practice speaking is to talk to yourself. Yes, you can talk to yourself in English. It's a great way to practice without feeling nervous. You can describe your day, your plans, or even talk about your thoughts. The more you speak, the better you will get. Another tip is to find someone to talk to. If you have a friend or family member who speaks English, practice with them. If not, you can find people online who want to learn English too. Join language exchange groups or find partners. Talking to others helps you improve quickly because you learn how to use English in real conversations. Listening is also very important when speaking. When you listen to others speak, you learn new words and phrases, and you learn the right pronunciation. Listening to English speakers helps you understand how to speak naturally. Try to listen to English conversations, podcasts, or videos every day. Don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. When you're learning, it's normal to not understand every word. But don't give up. Keep listening and speaking. Over time, your understanding will grow and speaking will become easier. Another important tip is to speak slowly. When we speak too fast, it can be hard to understand. Speaking slowly helps you think about your words and say them more clearly. Don't rush. Take your time and focus on saying each word properly. Also, try to use simple sentences as you are learning. It's better to use short and simple sentences. Don't worry about making long, complex sentences. Start with basic sentences and build from there. For example, instead of saying, "I would like to go to the park with my friends tomorrow if the weather is nice," you can say, "I want to go to the park tomorrow." Simple sentences are easier to say and understand. Another great way to practice speaking is to repeat after others. This is called shadowing. You can watch a video or listen to a conversation in English. After that, repeat what you hear. Try to copy the pronunciation and rhythm of the speaker. This will help you speak more naturally and sound more fluent. Use new words you learn in conversations. When you learn a new word, try to use it in a sentence. This helps you remember it better. You can also write down new words and review them every day. The more you practice, the easier it will be to use these words in conversation. Practice by describing things around you. Look at an object, a person, or a place and try to describe it in English. For example, if you see a dog, you can say, "The dog is big and brown. It has a fluffy tail." This helps you practice speaking and using new vocabulary. Try to use English in your everyday life. If you go to a shop, try to speak English with the cashier. If you talk to your friends, use simple English phrases. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. Confidence is important. Even if you make mistakes, keep talking. Confidence helps you improve faster. Remember, no one speaks perfectly all the time, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep trying and never give up. You can also use apps to practice speaking. Many apps have speaking exercises and games that can help you practice English. Some apps even allow you to talk with native speakers. This is a great way to practice real-life conversations and get feedback. Another way to practice is by reading out loud. You can read a book, an article, or even a simple sentence out loud. In English, this helps you practice pronunciation and get used to speaking in English. It's also helpful to practice speaking about different topics. Start with easy topics like your family, hobbies, or your favorite food. As you improve, you can talk about more difficult topics like news or current events. The more topics you practice, the more confident you will become in speaking English. Remember, speaking takes time and practice. Don't get discouraged if you make mistakes or feel nervous. Every day you practice, you are getting better. Keep speaking, keep listening, and keep learning. In conclusion, speaking English is all about practice and confidence. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Practice speaking every day, listen to others, and use simple sentences. Talk to people, join groups, and describe things around you. The more you practice, the better you will get at speaking English. Keep going, and soon you will be able to speak English fluently. Chapter 3. Hello again. In this chapter, we will talk about how to read English better. Reading is a great way to improve your vocabulary and understanding of the language. The more you read, the better you will become at understanding and using English. The first tip is to start with easy books. Choose books that are simple and fun to read. You can start with books for children because they have simple language and interesting stories. Books with pictures are also great because they help you understand the story better. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Just keep reading. As you get better, you can try reading books with fewer pictures and more text. Choose stories that interest you because when you enjoy what you are reading, it becomes easier to learn. You can read stories about animals, adventures, or things you like. Another important tip is to read aloud. Reading out loud helps you practice pronunciation and get used to the sounds of the language. When you read out loud, you also remember words better. Try to find a quiet place where you can read aloud without distractions. If you come across a word you don't know, don't worry. This happens to everyone. Just stop, look up the word in a dictionary, and try to understand its meaning. Once you know the word, try to use it in a sentence. This will help you remember it. If you don't have a dictionary, you can use a dictionary app on your phone. It's also helpful to read the same book or story more than once. When you read a story more than once, you understand it better and remember new words and sentences. Try reading the same book a few times until you feel comfortable with the language. Don't be afraid to skip words you don't know. At first, you can read for the meaning of the story instead of focusing on every single word. Once you understand the main idea, you can go back and focus on the words you didn't know. This is a great way to improve your reading skills without feeling stuck on one word. Reading is also a great way to learn new words. Every time you read, you come across new vocabulary. Write down the words you don't know and look them up later. Try to use them in sentences. The more new words you learn, the better your English will become. You can also try reading different types of materials. Read newspapers, websites, or magazines. Reading different texts will help you learn different kinds of vocabulary and sentence structures. This will also help you become familiar with how English is used in different situations. If you don't understand everything, that's okay. It's normal not to understand everything when you're learning. Just keep reading, and slowly things will start to make more sense. The more you practice, the easier reading will become. Another tip is to try to guess the meaning of a word from the context. Sometimes you don't need to know every single word. Look at the other words around the unknown word and try to guess its meaning. This will help you understand the story or text without having to stop every time you don't. Know a word. Reading out loud also helps with your listening skills. When you read a sentence, you can imagine how it sounds when spoken. This helps you practice both reading and listening at the same time. Listening to how words are spoken will improve your speaking skills too. You can also try reading with a friend or family member. This way, you can practice together and help each other when you don't understand something. It's fun to read together and talk about what you learned. Sharing ideas makes reading even more enjoyable. Try reading in different environments. You can read at home, at the park, or even on the bus. Reading in different places makes it more interesting and fun, and it helps you practice reading in various situations. As you get better at reading, you can start to read books for older students or adults. Try reading news articles or short stories in English. These are a little more challenging but will help you grow your language skills. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Just keep reading. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you read, the easier it will be. Don't give up if it's hard at first. Keep reading every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, your reading skills will improve, and you will feel more confident in your ability to read. English. In conclusion, reading is a fun and important way to learn English. Start with easy books and read aloud. Don't be afraid to look up new words and use them in sentences. Read every day and try different types of materials. Remember, it's okay if you don't understand everything at first. Just keep practicing. The more you read, the better you will get. Keep going, and soon you'll be able to read English fluently. Chapter 4. Hello, everyone. In this chapter, we are going to talk about how to write in English. Writing is an important skill because it helps you organize your thoughts and communicate clearly. The more you write, the better you will become at expressing yourself in English. Let's look at some simple tips to help you improve your writing. The first tip is to start writing every day. Writing every day helps you get used to the language. You don't need to write a lot. Just a few sentences or a short paragraph is enough. For example, you can start by writing about your day, your family, or something you enjoy doing. The more you write, the more you will improve. It's important to write about things you like. When you write about things you enjoy, it becomes easier and more fun. You can write about your favorite food, hobbies, or a place you want to visit. Writing about your interests will keep you motivated. Another way to practice is by writing simple sentences. Don't worry about writing long or difficult sentences at first. Start with short, clear ones. I like to read books, or my dog is brown. These simple sentences are a great way to begin, and as you get better, you can gradually make them longer. Also, try to write with correct spelling and grammar. It's okay to make mistakes, but try to check your writing for any errors. You can use tools like a grammar checker to help you. Don't forget to start each sentence with a capital letter and end with a period. This will make your writing look neat and clear. Keeping a notebook is a great way to improve your writing. Write in it every day about your thoughts, dreams, or even things you have learned. This not only helps you practice writing, but also lets you look back and see how much you've improved. If you don't know how to spell a word, don't worry. Just try your best. Then look it up in a dictionary or ask someone for help. The important thing is to keep writing. The more you write, the easier it will become to spell words correctly. Another tip is to make a writing plan before you start. Think about what you want to say, jot down a few ideas, and organize them into a list. For example, if you are writing about your favorite hobby, note what it is, why you like it, and when you do it. This outline will help you stay focused and make your writing easier to follow. You can also try writing stories. Start with short, simple stories about things you know. For example, a family memory or trip you took. The more you write, the better your storytelling skills will become. Don't worry if your story is short or simple. The goal is to practice using new words and sentences. Reading other people's writing can also help you improve. Read simple books, articles, or stories in English and notice how sentences are written and how ideas are organized. Try to write in a style similar to the authors you read. This will help you learn new writing techniques and enhance your own work. If you want real-world practice, write letters or emails in English. You can write to a friend, a family member, or even a pen pal. This will help you practice using English in real situations and teach you how to write politely and clearly. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback. If someone can read your writing and give you advice, they can help you spot mistakes and suggest improvements. Incorporating their feedback is a great way to learn and get better. Whenever you learn a new word, try to use it in your writing. For example, if you learn the word delicious, you might write, "The food at the restaurant was delicious." Using new vocabulary and context helps you remember and master it. Make sure your writing is easy to read and understand. Avoid overly long sentences or difficult words when simpler ones will do. Clear, concise writing is always more effective. After you finish a draft, take a break and then read it again later. You'll often find ways to improve it, perhaps by shortening sentences or choosing different words. Revising is a key part of the writing process and helps you become a stronger writer. Remember, writing takes time and practice. It's okay if it's difficult at first. Mistakes help you learn. Keep writing every day and you'll see steady improvement. In conclusion, writing is a powerful way to enhance your English. Start writing daily, keep it simple, focus on correct spelling and grammar, read other people's work, and practice consistently. Before long, you'll be writing fluently in English. Chapter 5 Hello Again. In this chapter, we will talk about how to speak English confidently. Speaking is an important skill, and it's normal to feel nervous at first. But with practice, you will feel more comfortable. Let's look at some tips to help you speak with confidence. Practice speaking every day, even just a few minutes. Talk to yourself, repeat sentences out loud, or have short conversations with a friend. The more you use English, the easier it becomes. Speak slowly and clearly. It's better to speak slowly and correctly than to rush and make mistakes. Focusing on one word at a time will help you sound more confident. Listen to how native speakers talk. Watch English videos, podcasts, or songs to learn pronunciation, rhythm, and sentence structure. Daily listening will naturally improve your own speaking skills. Learn common phrases. How are you? What's your name? Or can I help you? And practice them until they feel natural. If you forget a word, try to explain it in a different way. People will understand you and you'll still communicate effectively. Find conversation partners, friends who speak English or language exchange partners online. Real conversations help you build fluency and confidence. Practice in different settings, at home, in a cafe, or while shopping. Try ordering food in English or asking for directions. The more varied your practice, the more natural it will feel. Shadowing, repeating. What you hear is another effective technique. Listen to a sentence, then say it aloud, copying the speaker's pronunciation and rhythm. Over time, try to think directly in English instead of translating from your native language. This shift will speed up your speech and boost your confidence. Joining English-speaking groups, online or in person, gives you regular chances to speak, make friends, and get feedback. Language apps with speaking exercises and native speaker conversations can also be helpful. If you feel nervous, take a deep breath and remind yourself that everyone starts as a beginner. Keep speaking, and your confidence will grow. Chapter 6. Hello again. In this chapter, we will talk about how to learn English vocabulary. Having a good vocabulary is important because it helps you express yourself clearly. The more words you know, the easier it will be to understand and speak English. Let's explore some easy ways to learn new words. Make it a habit to learn a few new words every day. Just 3 to 5 is enough. Start with simple words like house, school, or book, and use each one in a sentence right away to reinforce your memory. Using flashcards can be very effective. Write a word on one side and its meaning, or a picture on the other, and review them daily. Include words you encounter in books, movies, or conversations to make the learning relevant. Reading in English exposes you to new vocabulary and context. Whenever you meet an unfamiliar word, look it up, then use it in a sentence. Reading books, articles, or social media posts gives you plenty of examples of how words are used naturally. Listening actively is another great strategy. When you hear a new word in a podcast, song, or video, write it down. Later, look up its meaning and practice pronouncing it. Daily listening helps you learn both pronunciation and usage. Watching movies or TV shows in English is fun and educational. Pay attention to everyday expressions and repeat them aloud to reinforce your understanding. Learning words in context, seeing how they fit into sentences, helps you remember their usage. For example, if you learn happy, try I am happy today. This contextual learning strengthens your recall. Grouping words by topic, such as food, animals, or travel, can make memorization easier. Practicing related words together helps your brain form associations, making them easier to retrieve. Finally, make a conscious effort to use new words in your conversations. Whenever you speak, try to incorporate the vocabulary you've learned. Active use of new words cements them in your mind and enriches your communication. By following these straightforward strategies, daily learning, reviewing flashcards, reading, listening, watching, contextual learning, and active use, you'll steadily build a robust English vocabulary. Keep practicing, and expressing yourself in English will become increasingly effortless. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Using new words is the best way to learn. You can also learn vocabulary by writing. Write short sentences or a paragraph, using the new words you have learned. This will help you practice how to use the words in different situations. Writing helps you remember words and makes you more confident when speaking. Another tip is to use an app to learn vocabulary. Many apps are available that can help you learn new words. Some apps give you quizzes and games to practice vocabulary. These apps are fun and they can help you learn words in a way that feels like a game. Try to make vocabulary learning fun. You can learn words by playing games, doing puzzles, or using language learning apps. When you enjoy learning, it becomes easier and you will want to continue. If you forget a word, don't worry. Keep reviewing the word until you remember it. It's normal to forget words sometimes, but the more you practice, the easier it will be to remember them. Review your vocabulary regularly to keep the words fresh in your memory. One more tip is to learn synonyms and antonyms. A synonym is the word that means the same thing as another word. For example, big and large are synonyms. An antonym is a word that means the opposite of another word. For example, happy and sad are antonyms. Learning synonyms and antonyms will help you expand your vocabulary and make your speaking and writing more interesting. Don't be afraid to ask others for help. If you don't know a word, ask someone to explain it to you. Talking to people who speak English is a great way to learn new words and get help with pronunciation. You can also ask for tips on how to remember words. Finally, be patient. Learning vocabulary takes time. It's okay if you don't remember every word right away. The more you practice, the more words you will learn. Keep using the words you learn in sentences, and soon they will become a natural part of your vocabulary. In conclusion, learning vocabulary is an important part of learning English. Start by learning a few new words every day. Use flashcards, read, listen, and watch English content to find new words. Practice using the words in sentences, and try to learn words in context. Group words by topic. Use apps and have fun with your learning. Remember, practice makes perfect. So keep learning and using new words every day. With time and effort, your vocabulary will grow, and you will feel more confident speaking and understanding English. Chapter 7. In this chapter, we will talk about how to improve your English listening skills. Listening is an important part of learning English. When you listen, you can hear how words are pronounced and learn how sentences are formed. The better your listening skills, the easier it will be to understand and speak English. The first tip is to listen to English every day. You don't have to listen for a long time. Just a few minutes each day will help you get used to hearing the language. You can listen to podcasts, songs, or even watch English videos. The more you listen, the better your listening skills will become. You can also use subtitles when you watch a video or listen to a song. Turn on the subtitles in English. Reading the subtitles while listening will help you connect the spoken words with their written form. This can help you learn how words are pronounced and how sentences are structured. Try watching with subtitles first, then listen without them later to test your understanding. If you don't understand a word, try to guess its meaning from the context. Listen to the rest of the conversation. or story to see if you can figure out what the word means. If you still don't know, look it up later. Learning words from context is a great way to improve your listening and vocabulary at the same time. It's also helpful to listen to slow English. Some websites and apps offer slow versions of podcasts or stories. Listening to slower English will help you understand the words more easily. Once you feel comfortable with slow English, you can start listening to normal speed English. This will get you used to hearing the language at a faster pace. Don't forget to practice listening to different accents. English is spoken in many countries, and each has its own accent. By listening to different accents, you will get used to understanding English no matter how it's spoken. One great way to improve your listening skills is to practice with a language partner. Find someone who speaks English and practice listening to them. Ask them to speak slowly or explain things you don't understand. Speaking with a partner will help you practice real conversations and get used to natural speech. If you don't have a language partner, you can also join language groups online to practice listening and speaking. Another way to improve your listening skills is to use listening apps. Many apps are designed to help you practice listening to English. They offer listening exercises, quizzes, and activities. These apps can be fun and helpful for improving your listening skills. You can use them at your own pace and track your progress. Sometimes you might find it difficult to understand English because of how quickly people speak in real life. Don't worry. Keep practicing and try to listen to slower content first. As you get better, listen to faster speakers. Your listening skills will improve with practice. You can also listen to English music. Music is a fun way to practice listening. The lyrics of songs often repeat, so you can catch the words more easily. Try listening to songs in English and sing along. This will help you improve your listening and speaking skills at the same time. It's important to be patient with yourself. Listening takes time. At first, you may not understand everything, and that's okay. Keep listening every day, and you will improve. Over time, your ability to understand English will get better, and you will feel more confident. In conclusion, improving your English listening skills is all about practice. Listen to English every day, use subtitles, and try shadowing. Listen to different types of content, practice with language partners, and use listening apps. Be patient and don't worry about mistakes. The more you practice, the better your listening. Skills will become. Keep listening, and you will get better at understanding English. Chapter 8. Welcome to Chapter 8. In this chapter, we will focus on how to improve your English speaking skills. Speaking is one of the most important parts of learning English because it helps you communicate clearly. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. The first tip is to practice speaking every day. You don't need to speak for a long time. Just a few minutes each day will help. You can talk to yourself, practice sentences, or even repeat what you hear in English. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Everyone makes them when learning a new language. When you make a mistake, learn from it and keep speaking. The more you speak, the less afraid you will be. It's also helpful to practice speaking with others. Find a language partner or a friend who speaks English. Speaking with someone else helps you practice real conversations. You can ask them to correct you when you make mistakes, and they can help you improve. If you don't have a friend to speak with, join language groups online, or use language exchange apps. Another good tip is to talk about things you enjoy. If you love reading books, talk about your favorite books. If you enjoy sports, talk about your favorite games or players. Talking about things you like makes speaking more fun and interesting, and it helps you learn new vocabulary related to topics you enjoy. When you practice speaking, try to speak slowly and clearly. Don't worry about speaking quickly. Speaking slowly will help you say the words correctly. As you get better, you can try to speak a little faster, but don't rush. Take your time to form your sentences clearly. A great way to improve your speaking is by repeating what you hear. For example, when you watch a video or listen to a podcast, pause the video and repeat what the speaker says. Try to copy their pronunciation and rhythm. This is called shadowing, and it helps you improve both your speaking and listening skills. It will also help you sound more natural. You can also use a mirror to practice speaking. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself in English. This will help you see how your mouth moves when you speak, and it helps you practice without feeling nervous or shy. Practice speaking in front of the mirror every day to build confidence. Learning common phrases and expressions is another helpful tip. When you know phrases like, "How are you?" or "What do you like to do?" it's easier to speak in conversations. Practice using these phrases until they feel natural. Listening to English conversations is also helpful for speaking. When you listen, pay attention to how people speak. Notice how they form their sentences, use different tones, and express their ideas. Try to copy their style of speaking by listening to podcasts, watching videos, or listening to songs in English. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you don't understand something. If you don't know how to say something, ask someone for help. You can ask how to pronounce a word or how to use a phrase. Most people are happy to help, and this will speed up your learning. It's important to practice pronunciation. If we pronounce words incorrectly, it can be hard for others to understand you. Use apps or websites that help with pronunciation, or listen to native speakers and repeat what they say. Pay attention to how they pronounce vowels and consonants and try to copy their pronunciation. Another tip is to focus on intonation, the rise and fall of your voice when you speak. Intonation makes your speech sound more natural. For example, when asking a question, your voice usually rises at the end of the sentence. Practice speaking with correct intonation by listening to English speakers and copying their patterns. Practice thinking in English. At first, you might think in your own language and translate, but as you get better, try to think directly in English. This will help you speak more quickly and naturally. Start by thinking about simple things like what you will have for lunch or what you did today. As you get better, try thinking about more complex ideas. Another fun way to practice speaking is by playing games. You can play word games, role-playing games, or use language learning apps that focus on speaking. These games help you practice in a fun and relaxed way, and they help you learn new words and phrases that you can use in conversations. If you're nervous about speaking, start with short sentences. You don't need long, complicated sentences. At first, start by saying simple sentences like, "I like coffee," or "My name is your name." As you gain confidence, you can try speaking longer sentences. Recording yourself is another great strategy. Use your phone or computer to record your speaking. Then listen to the recording and notice any mistakes or areas where you can improve. This will help you hear how you sound and make adjustments. Finally, be patient with yourself. Learning to speak English takes time, and you won't be perfect right away, and that's okay. Keep practicing every day and you will get better. Remember, every small step you take brings you closer to your goal. In conclusion, improving your English speaking skills is all about practice and confidence. Speak every day, use simple sentences, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Practice with others, listen to English, and use apps to help. Record yourself and review your progress. The more you speak, the better you will become. Keep practicing, and soon you will speak English with confidence. Chapter 9. Welcome to Chapter 9. In this chapter, we will focus on how to improve your English reading skills. Reading is an important part of learning English because it helps you understand new words and sentence structures. The better your reading skills, the easier it will be to follow English books, articles, and even conversations. Let's look at some easy and fun ways to sharpen your reading ability. Start by reading every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. You don't need a long session. Just a little bit each day will help you get used to seeing and understanding English words. You can read books, stories, articles, or even websites. If you're a beginner, choose simple books or stories with easy words and short sentences. Pictures can be very helpful too, because they give context for the text. As you grow more confident, gradually challenge yourself with more difficult material, but always begin with something simple and enjoyable. Choose topics that interest you to make reading feel fun rather than a chore. If you like sports, try articles about your favorite team. If you love animals, find stories or factual pages about wildlife. When you read about things you enjoy, you naturally pick up vocabulary related to your passions. Focus on understanding the main idea first, without worrying about every single word. For instance, when you read a story, concentrate on what happens, what problem arises, and how it's solved. Grasping the overall message will help you stay engaged and improve steadily. If you encounter an unfamiliar word, try to guess its meaning from the surrounding context before reaching for a dictionary. For example, in the sentence, "The cat jumped onto the high shelf," you can infer that a shelf is something the cat can land on. Later, looking up the exact meaning and pronunciation in a dictionary will reinforce your understanding, and writing the word down and using it in your own sentences will cement it in your memory. Reading out loud offers extra benefits. It forces you to slow down, practice pronunciation, and improves your speaking skills at the same time. If a word is tricky, say it slowly, then repeat it until it feels natural. Reading with a friend or language partner can also make the process more engaging. You can take turns reading passages and discuss your interpretations. When you don't understand something, your partner can help you, and sharing that experience makes reading less daunting. To boost your reading speed, resist the urge to pause for every unknown word. Instead, aim to catch the gist of the paragraph, moving on when needed. Over time, your pace will quicken naturally as you recognize words more easily. Setting a simple goal, like reading one chapter a day or spending 15 minutes with a text, gives structure to your practice and keeps you motivated. Hitting those goals will show you your own progress and encourage you to continue. Audiobooks can be a powerful supplement to your reading. Listening to the narration while following along in the text helps you link written words to their spoken forms. Many free audiobooks are available online or through apps, and combining audio with text improves both listening and reading comprehension. Pay attention to how sentences are constructed, how phrases flow, and where punctuation falls. This will deepen your sense of English syntax and improve your own writing later on. Rather than reading for individual words, read for meaning. Pause now and then to ask yourself, what is the main idea of this paragraph? Or, what is the author trying to convey? This approach trains you to become an active, thoughtful reader. For added practice, use comprehension exercises available on many websites and in language apps. These short texts, followed by questions, test your understanding and often reward you with instant feedback. If you enjoy visual storytelling, comics or graphic novels are a lighter introduction. Simple sentences paired with images make them easy to follow and fun to read. After finishing a short story or comic, try summarizing it in a few sentences. That review cements both plot and vocabulary in your mind. Above all, be patient with yourself. Learning to read fluently in a new language takes time. You will not understand everything at first, and that's perfectly normal. Keep reading regularly, embrace each small improvement, and soon you'll find yourself reading English with confidence. Chapter 10. Welcome to Chapter 10. In this chapter, we will continue our journey by exploring how to improve your English speaking skills. Speaking is an essential part of learning any language because it lets you communicate your ideas and put new words into action. Let's walk through some enjoyable and effective ways to boost your speaking ability. Begin by speaking in English every day, even if it's only to yourself. Describe your day, share your plans, or talk about your favorite hobbies out loud. Daily practice removes the initial discomfort and builds familiarity with the language. When you can, find someone to practice with, a friend, family member, or an online conversation partner. Real conversations bring spontaneity and challenge you to think on your feet, and they offer immediate feedback when you stumble. Embrace mistakes as milestones on your learning path. Every error shows you something new, so don't let fear hold you back. Focus on clarity by speaking slowly and pronouncing each word carefully. Speed can come later. Right now, accurate expression is the goal. Listening closely to native speakers is crucial. Tune into English podcasts, movies, or YouTube channels and notice their rhythm, intonation, and word stress. Try shadowing by pausing and repeating sentences exactly as you hear them. This practice sharpens both listening and speaking, helping you adopt a more natural accent and flow. Recording yourself is another powerful tool. Use your phone to capture your speech, then play it back and listen critically. You'll discover where you hesitate, mispronounce, or choose the wrong word, and that awareness guides your improvement. Expand your vocabulary by learning and using new words every day. Make it a habit to slip these words into your conversations, even if it feels awkward at first. Simpler sentences are perfectly acceptable. Saying, "I like coffee," is better than remaining silent while you hunt for a more complex structure. Thought exercises also prepare you to speak more fluidly. Try thinking in English about everyday observations. What you see, what you'll have for lunch, or what you did yesterday. Gradually, your internal monologue will shift from translating to generating English directly, speeding up your verbal responses. Joining English-speaking groups or clubs, whether online or in person, provides regular, low-pressure speaking opportunities. Game-based apps and role-play activities add a playful element that eases anxiety and keeps you motivated. Finally, weave English into your daily environment. Label household items with their English names, read menus in English, or narrate your actions as you go about your day. Living the language immerses you and turns practice into a seamless habit. Above all, stay patient and celebrate small victories. Every conversation, shadowing session, and recording brings you closer to fluency. Keep your reasons for learning in mind, whether it's travel, work, or connecting with new friends, and let that inspiration fuel your daily practice. Before long, you'll find yourself speaking English with confidence and ease. Thank you for joining me on Onyx Shadowing English. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Keep practicing, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next lesson. You've got this.